Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is an example of a car that is boring. Hello everyone, my name is Antonio Mayorga and today I will be teaching you how to Plastidip. These are the necessary tools you'll be needing to begin. Now what is Plastidip, you may ask? Well, this is Plastidip right here. It comes in a sprayable can and it's a peelable rubber coating that goes onto your car or pretty much any metal surface. Now, one thing you need to note when starting your Plastidipping is always prime it. You have to always prime the can before using it. Okay, now that we're finally done priming the can, we're ready to go on and spray. Now, before we do that, I'd like to add, make sure to not wash your car a day or 2 days before putting on the dip, because any loose water molecules can cause the Plastidip to lift or bubble up. The main thing we want to do is not get any of the dip onto the actual car, on the side of the car, because overspray can be a little pesky to get off, and I know it costs a little bit of money if you had to go buy a can of WD-40. That being said, I bought the necessary tools for that. Now, to block overspray, you're going to need some type of coverage and some type of tape. Since Plastidip is a sprayable rubber coating, we're able to do a little manipulation with it. Now, if you do happen to get it onto the car, it's not entirely bad, because the way we're going to do it is we're going to spray it so that it becomes one solid even coat, and we'll be able to peel it off right around where we're going to Plastidip. Now this brings me to my first tip, or lesson if you may. You're going to need good accuracy. Now what this means is you're going to have to be able to spray in the right spot and have enough coverage on that spot, because if you don't, you'll end up with certain dark areas or light areas and it won't look too even. Okay, now Plastidipping works on a lot of things for your car, but today we're going to be specifically Plastidipping the gas cap. That's a little more character. So first thing we're going to do is wipe down the spot that we're going to be dipping. You do this just to get off any excess dirt or anything missing. Okay, so to start off, we're going to use our notes as stated earlier. This is to protect from the overspray, like I've said. So you're gonna, when you tape it down, you're gonna want to tape it at least this far away from the actual surface you're gonna Plastidip. I'd like to add my second tip or lesson. Now, you want to worry about picking the right day to do this, because wind can play a big part in your Plastidipping experience. Also, it's a good idea to do it on a day that's fairly hot, because the Plastidip will then set and heat up faster. Now that we're set up and we have our can ready, it's time to spray. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to spray over it in a line pattern and try to make sure you get as even as possible. Layer it over each layer. Make sure not to be too close to the whatever you're spraying. Now this is where my last tip, which is patience, comes into hand. You're going to want to make sure after each coat to wait patiently at least 3 minutes before going on to do another coat, because if not, the Plastidip will still be wet and it won't stick all together. Now that that coat's finished drying, we can apply another coat. Last coat is dry. We're on to the fun part, which is taking off the excess dip. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to grab your toothpick, hold that in your hand. You want to take off all of this. Okay, so now that the paper is all lifted up, you can find any little corner where the dip sticks out. You're going to peel it off. So this is what the toothpick becomes useful for. So you're going to lift it, and now you can simply pull it, and it will rip off. Now that we pretty much have everything almost off, last thing left to do is finish any remaining spots that may have dip still on them.